Hey there, Steve Rubis with another installment of Capital Markets Investor Relations in 2 minutes or less. Today we're going to talk about why are Hindenburg and certain short sellers so dangerous. And it starts with the idea of deep accounting analysis and independence is what gives most short sellers their competitive advantage. Now let's get to the EQIX short attack. Is this really about accounting or is it about a business operations issue? And then to go one step further, investors typically take accounting on faith. Why? Because the PCAOB acts as an imprimatur that the majority of public companies are going to be doing their accounting correctly. So in my mind, Carson Block, and my experience with Carson Block, vividly illustrates where short sellers get an advantage around accounting. So let's start with accounting as the advantage for short sellers. And it's a time issue. Most buy-side and sell-side investors are covering between 10 or 200 stocks at a given time. If they find something with red flags, they have to be so obvious that it becomes toxic. And ultimately, the investor is going to say, I'm just not going to engage with this stock if the accounting issues are that obvious. And that's the thing about forensic accounting. Most investors don't have the competency, the time, or the resources to really go to that level of analysis. So let's get to the EQIX short attack again. And the idea is this about accounting or is it about business operations? And when you look at the power piece of this short attack, I think it's about business ops. What Hindenburg is calling out is that there is a risk that EQIX will break the contractual obligation of delivering the right amount of power to its customers. It really hasn't happened yet, so investors know about it and they just don't really care. And that's why they mostly shrug their shoulders and say, tell me something I don't already know. So where is the PCAOB in all of this? Well, the PCAOB is the imprimatur that allows everybody to do their analysis and just take the accounting on faith and be like, I get it, the accounting is good, I can analyze this and invest in this stock. And for me, my experience with Carson Block vividly illustrates what I'm talking about today. I had a chance meeting with him on K Street outside of the PCAOB building where he had 2 briefcases full of legal notes and legal pads. And it didn't take much to deduce, okay, short seller coming out of the PCAOB building, he must be getting some sort of accounting knowledge from that group of people. So what are the key learnings for executives? Accounting issues are always the toughest to defend. They're very complex and require a delicate, thoughtful response. You always need to have a thoughtful and measured response to these allegations because once you respond, you will lose control of the narrative because legal requirements will silence you. And then lastly, do you have the right team in place and the right partners, meaning consultants, to navigate this crisis and the other parts of it that need to be resolved for you to get the business back on track? Thanks for watching. Always here to help with your capital markets, investor relations, and corporate finance needs.